Yeah, it was good.
Someone run him down. What happened? Or well, I mean, I'm it's happening to
You
me,
run him
so
down, bro.
I'll say it. But basically, so I'm not sure if you saw my tweet yesterday. Basically saying that like I want to start streaming scrims.
Yes.
And I obviously talked to the team, and they were on board. And I said, at any moment, if you are uncomfortable with it,
Joe's
please
a
let me know,
big
'cause I
Warzone
promise you,
streamer.
like,
Huge Warzone
your
streamer,
opinion
Nathan.
matters, and don't
He's the
feel
goat.
like you can't tell me anything. No, I'll tell my teammates that.
Oh, I was gonna say, of course, my opinion matters.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so you told. Okay, so what's the issue? I'm fully supportive. I think that anybody who can pick up a shovel and do some work in this time of need of Call of Duty being in the worst place that it's ever fucking been in, and I talked about it earlier today on the podcast. It is a very, very telling time in this day and age where they don't even give a shit about the casual player. Before, over the last 5 years, we as esports side of this Call of Duty thing, we have always was like, well, of course, they're not going to take care of us because they're catering to the people that are bringing in the majority of the cash and all this stuff, right? So we, for a very long time, were like, oh, they're not taking care of us because they're taking care of the masses. But right now, they're not even doing that. There's cheaters running around. There's I mean, look at the servers in comparison to every other esports. The fact that we had a full month off to kill the momentum that we so desperately need in the time of need, that's insane to me.
Yeah. But anyways, fucking. So yeah, we're supposed to scrim tomorrow or today, basically. What?
I agree with Hector. He's spitting.
Bro, Tom, you were lagging out, bro.
I agree.
I got, but keep going. Yeah, you're like, keep going.
I was confused.
Keep going.
I was so confused. Anyways, yeah, so we were supposed to scrim today. The team yesterday, who was it? Toronto and Miami, they had no issues. They didn't say anything.
No, it's
they
real.
didn't
Nick, he
saying
says
like,
real.
yo, we don't want
This
you to stream,
happened
blah,
at
blah,
the
so
same
everything
time,
was
Nick.
good. And then following today, we were supposed to play LETs and FaZe, and then we got a DM last night saying like, yo, we don't want to stream scrimmed. And yeah, we basically had to chalk it. But I mean, Ken had something to do today, which was our second set. So technically, we still could have played against LETs, but we basically had to chalk our shit. And what like bothers me is because like other teams are gonna look at their team and be like, okay, they're a good team. If they could do this shit, like why the fuck are we not doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I can't even fucking stream my scrims. But I feel like they're thinking that they want to do this for some money shit. I'm doing this shit for the fucking scene.
Well,
Like,
listen, let's do it for some money shit too, you know?
well, obviously that's a bonus. Well, Hector, that's a bonus, I'm saying. Obviously, but I'm saying like, you know what I mean?
Look, I'd be scared to play you guys too, you know what I'm saying? So I understand from that perspective, but there is something to be said about the fact that if we don't all throw in everything that we can to get some viewership, some interest as we're going into this thing, then hey, people are going to be complaining about far worse things than being scrimmed or streamed on scrims. They're gonna be complaining about like, oh my god, here comes another round of budget cuts. Here comes another. When there isn't viewership, you dumb bad word. When there isn't viewership, you dumbasses, there's no money. When there's no money, we can't pay you.
Oh,
so,
I would love to say it right now.
Say it.
No.
I will say it, Hector. And with you in the call, I got nothing but respect.
Wait,
I will not say it right
I say
now.
this shit all the time on my stream. I ain't gonna lie.
I know better than that.
Wait, what?
Let it fly, Tom. Let it fly.
I've let it fly.
He's gonna get canceled, Hector. He's gonna get canceled.
Okay, then don't do it. At the end of the day, is like we are in this a little bit alone, boys. And if we don't do what we've been doing since 2006, which is carrying our own buckets when we're trying to build this competitive scene, then we are going to be left with no one else to help. And at that point, like, might as well chalk it up. But I will say, Call of Duty is resilient. This community is very resilient. Think about it. Like, we never had support all the way until 2000 and maybe 16, 17. And then when we finally got support, that's when we started to realize that the underlying reason was because there was about to be massive investments coming into this thing for a product. And even when we got that product, what did we get? More tournaments?
Nope.
No. Bigger prize pools? No. The salary that people received, the overly inflated salary that some of y'all received, it came from the people that believed in what we were told about this thing. right? That money didn't come from the people that make the game. That came from the investors and the people that put in the hard, the blood, sweat, and tears into this thing.
Yeah.
Now, again, the issue is that it didn't get better. The issue is that there's nowhere else where you can play Call of Duty. There isn't a single tournament outside of this thing. I mean, if it wasn't for Kaysan, some fucking how getting Activision to approve the players to play with each other on the team for this tournament, like I don't even know how he made that happen.
Tom and I talked to Kaysan a lot about it. And
well, I'm very confused as well. Hector.
He's got dirt on someone.
He's got to be doing something. He's got to be doing something.
Listen, let's not blow up his spot either, right? Because we don't want that to be taken away. Like I think
Absolutely.
that it's beneficial.
100%. I don't care who does it. I just want somebody to do it.
But to your point, Hector, like, do you think the opposition is just everybody, the league, other owners, as far as why we don't have more third party like stuff going on?
I can't speak for other owners. But I do believe that if we all got together and agreed on something and we went through with it, then I think that we would have had a little bit more movements in the support. But the fact that they're not even supporting regular, the casuals, like the war zones and all this other stuff, it's very, very telling. You know what I'm saying? And again, who's to blame? Who do you even talk to over there?
No.
In my entire fucking life, Vonderhaar was maybe like one of the people. Jay Perrier, who's no longer at Activision, I don't think. Like all these people who were there in the beginning, like were very, very, very helpful. And then something happened. We all know what it was. Something happened where it just completely disappeared, and we were left to sort of fend for ourselves, which would be fine had we not been stopped and interrupted in the middle of building one of the most awesome esport communities in the world. But we got stopped. People wanted to artificially inflate. People wanted to make this thing grow up super fast. And as we all know, that just doesn't work, right? Like things need to take its natural course, and we were cut in the middle.
I agree with you on everything you've said, Hector, but like there's also something that I think Ant was like kind of getting to the core to that I think we just need to acknowledge, because granted, Call of Duty, they fumbled and they did a lot of things that didn't support the competitive community, and granted there was some people that tried to build it and there was opportunities there that were squandered. Bro, what have the players done? For how many years have they been in Call of Duty? Some people have been here since the beginning. Some people are just getting in. But what have the players been fucking doing for all these years? How many, and this goes back to the point that Ant has been making, how many of these pros have only showed up to scrims for the last like 5 years? And that is their majority. Showed up to scrims and showed up to tournaments, and that is their entire participation in what this esport is. How many? How many have turned on a stream? How many have uploaded a YouTube video? How many have uploaded TikTok? Think of how many events, how many life-changing opportunities, things that have happened in their careers, whether it's team swaps or drama or insane plays that they have made throughout their careers, blah, blah, blah. How many of them have monetized that? How many of them have even, like, dude, people probably don't even know some of the shit that these players have been through. Why is it that these players don't try to put their story out there?
And we made that point, money on
degree. It's
on
pure
this chat
fucking
before Hector
laziness.
joined.
I don't know if it's laziness. I mean, it might be a little bit both, a little bit of half and half, ego and laziness. But I don't think laziness, because you don't get to be that good just by being talented. Like there has to be an element of want. So it has to be the other thing, the ego, the not wanting to stream to 200 people, the not wanting to stream to 50 people. They don't want to go through that workout. They just want that. Say it again.
That's what I said. They just want that fucking the snap of a finger. Everything's given to them.
And listen, this will be a thing in the future, okay? In 10 to 15 years, when we start over as we are currently. I talked about this on the podcast today, so I have more thoughts. If you guys want to see this on the Flycast,
good promo.
But I will say thank you. Yes, because we need to promote. Thank you for allowing me.
You can plug the channel if you want. Go ahead.
Yo,
Matt, appreciate it. 27 months ago. How you going? What's good, Matt?
Thank you for giving me a platform, Ben. I appreciate you, my brother. You are a gentleman. No, but in all seriousness, like you have to take into account that there is an element of ego and not wanting to do these things first before getting to the good parts. Now, to answer your question, Haggy, I mean, man, look at Havoc, right? Like this dude was a pro, and all of a sudden he's got how many subs? How many fucking?
Bro, he has
37,000.
37,000.
Think about that, right? This will happen in the future when this thing gets back to normal and we continue to build. Because I'm not giving up, and I hope none of you are giving up, especially you guys that watch this.
Same with the OpTic pod.
I hope that none of you run away from Call of Duty. I mean, if we have to at one point just to fucking prove a point, then sure, let's band together, let's arm lock and do something together. But in the future, there will be a situation in which just on your pure talent alone, you can just turn on your stream and you're going to have a massive viewership, right? You see that with pros like It's Timmy and other esports, and they just go there because not necessarily maybe because of the entertainment value that they receive, but because of the skill level that has been acquired and is now being displayed on screen. But that's not right now. That's not on we are not just fighting growth, we're also fighting growth with a little bit of our hands tied behind our backs because we don't have the necessary.
That's kind of Nade's doctor.
The people
I'm trying to make that argument.
In the end.
That's exactly what I was trying to get us to move towards. You gotta give me some time.
Facts.
I was trying to get to that point because that's what I wanted to say. Hector, someone in my chat made a good point because before you got here, we were talking about, like who on this marketing issue, like, it's probably a split responsibility, right, between players got to do a better job. The league hasn't really done a great job marketing content using all of their levers. Do you think that for some of these teams, because players are getting picked up at 18, 19, that they're also not getting a great blueprint from the org and people around them on like how to actually build a brand the correct way?
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. That's that you could have said that 5 years ago, 7 years ago, but not anymore, right? Tommy retires, starts this fucking show. What happens? Blows up. Fucking it adds an element of fresh air to a different, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just OpTic that's being consumed, it's somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. There's proof right there. Then you have people like Havoc. You know what I'm saying? Like there are people out there that are working their asses off to do these things. So no, it's not that. Everybody has the blueprint. Everybody has had the blueprint.
He used to yell at me if I didn't upload. He used to yell at me.
Right.
Well,
Tell me, where's your YouTube videos?
I think
What's
a
going
lot
on?
of people don't know this. There's a Hector tweet from a
You're
very
right,
long
Hector.
time
You're
ago
right.
that you can find where he was talking about me and you starting a show
Yeah.
before you retired.
You guys were playing FIFA, and I couldn't stop watching.
Let's get it.